Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of should organ donation be made compulsory? Well, the thing is that it's kind of difficult to answer that because obviously we still want to respect pretty much anybody who doesn't want to have their organs donated. But at the same time, we got to look at it from the perspective of a human society that's trying to better themselves and a human society that's trying to basically overcome illnesses and overcome a lot of the problems that we have as a society, and also overcome the fact that people are waiting for organs to be donated and stuff like that in order to be able to cure their ailments, be it kidney transplants, heart transplants, lung transplants, and different things. So that's the whole thing about it that is very difficult for me to think about, is that obviously we want to again, be respectful to people, but at the same time, we have 7 billion people on this earth, and if a lot of them require help, is it unjust of us to let people not give what they can give, even if they feel like they, religiously or whatever, they don't feel like it? Because, after all, if you're dead, what good are the organs going to be? They're just going to be eaten by worms and maggots and different things that are in the earth anyways. So let me put it this way. There's also another thing about, obviously, the fact of these organ donations and stuff, is that there's also the black markets where people are getting their illegal organs sold on those markets, and that's also not good, because oftentimes those organs are actually taken from healthy people, and they come from third world countries and stuff like that, where people are put into slavery and then they either get kidnapped and stuff like that, and then they get their organs taken from them, which is horrible, or they even sell them because they're so desperate that they prefer to get a little bit of money in order to help them survive a little bit longer, which is kind of crazy. But again, if organs within the whole world were more available, then we wouldn't have that same problem. So I do feel that a transition needs to be made. It shouldn't be immediate, but if, for example, somebody passes away and they need to get embalmed or whatever, I think it should be logistically made possible to take whatever is good from that body before they bury it and use it for good means. Should people have a choice still of what they are done or not done? Well, the thing is that when they're embalming you and stuff, they're basically taking stuff out and throwing it away. So that's something that probably people don't realize. So I think the biggest mistake that we did as a society was telling people, do you want your organs donated or not? I think it should have just been basically something that would have been part of the burial process, kind of in just that normal practice, basically. Because sometimes when you give those kind of choices, people are made aware of things, whereas if it's just kind of part of the society, then people don't even think about it twice. It's kind of like now people are talking about getting chipped and stuff like that, which it's interesting, but at the same time, there's two ways of thinking of it. Well, there's the bad way, where you would think, oh, they're always spying on us, they can maybe electrocute us while we're in our sleep and make us die, and like all these Big Brother kind of conspiracy theory things. But then there, at the same time, then you could also have the other thought that, hey, well, if we do have something in our wrist that people can scan, well, they know what kind of allergies we have. They can also be able to revive us if our heart stops faster. They would be able to know and send an ambulance if something goes wrong. There would also be GPS tracking that could be turned on if you get kidnapped or you're in a bad situation, stuff like that. But the thing is, what we don't really acknowledge is the fact that everybody has a cell phone nowadays. So everybody has a GPS signal. Everybody has a camera that people can spy on them all the time. There's hundreds and hundreds of cameras all over the city and stuff like that. which are already spying on us. So having a chip in our wrist or not doesn't really make much of a difference, really, if used correctly. Of course, it's not going to be used correctly because we know how it is. But there's always two sides of the things. And at the same time, I do feel that nobody should be taking their organs if they're healthy and alive. But if you are dead and you're young enough and you still have good organs and stuff like that, well, why not be able to share that with the society, make other people live, make other people survive? And maybe it just comes down to, okay, give a choice to people, but maybe educate people more on these kind of subjects. It's things that we don't really talk about so much. It's weird. In society, we have things that are taken care of, things that are usually talked about, and then there's also things that are not talked about, and they're kind of taboo, such as death, such as organ donations, such as wars, politics, religion. But why not talk about these things? Why not be more transparent? Because everybody has the right to their opinion. We don't have to get mad, and it's okay to accept people the way they are or the way they aren't. Okay, well, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.